As the RAF faced unsustainable losses during daylight bombing raids in 1939 to 1940, it shifted to night operations. These night missions posed a new and serious threat to Germany. Cities like Hamburg, Berlin, and the Ruhr industrial region were now vulnerable to sustained attacks, while Germany's daytime air defenses proved ineffective in darkness. The existing flak, anti-aircraft artillery, alone couldn't stop the bombers. Aircraft penetrated deep into German airspace, inflicted damage, and escaped largely unchallenged. Germany needed a new strategy. In response, the Luftwaffe established the Nachtjagd, a dedicated night fighter force. This decision marked a turning point in the German air defense system. It was now a coordinated effort involving radar technology, command centers, and specialized twin-engine aircraft designed for interception at night. Between 1942 and 1944, as RAF Bomber Command intensified its night raids, German night fighters succeeded in downing an estimated 5,000 to 6,000 RAF bombers. The Nachtjagd became one of the most effective components of Germany's air defense during the war. Germany's night air defense began taking shape in July 1940, with a system built around radar-guided control sectors. Each sector, or Himmelbett, canopy bed, was equipped with a Freya early warning radar, a radar-guided master searchlight, several manually operated searchlights, and a primary and backup night fighter. The Himmelbett zones were arranged in 3 successive layers, extending from Denmark down to central France, with each zone covering an area roughly 32 kilometers north to south and 20 kilometers east to west. This arrangement enabled ground controllers to guide fighters into visual contact with enemy bombers. Later improvements introduced Würzburg radars, offering precise tracking capabilities. One Würzburg locked onto the night fighter, while the other tracked the enemy bomber. Ground controllers could now monitor both aircraft in real time and vector fighters directly to their targets, often in complete darkness. Thousands of signals, from radar installations, sound detectors, and visual observers, were analyzed and compiled into a mosaic map predicting enemy bombing routes. This allowed the Central Night Fighter Command to dispatch interceptors efficiently. The core of the Nachtjagd force was made up of twin-engine heavy fighters that could operate effectively at night. The primary aircraft used by the German night fighter force included the Messerschmitt Bf-110, Junkers Ju-88G, Dornier Do-17Z10, and later the advanced Heinkel He-219. These fighters were equipped with radar, heavy armament, and sufficient endurance for night interception missions. The Bf-110 and Ju-88 were especially versatile, proving capable in both radar-guided interceptions and free-roaming hunts, often under limited visibility conditions. A major technological leap came with the introduction of the Lichtenstein airborne radar, installed on Nachtjagd aircraft starting in late 1941. This system allowed fighters to detect enemy bombers independently, making them less reliant on searchlights or ground radar once vectored into the general area. The first operational variant, Lichtenstein BC, operated in the UHF band and was in widespread use by 1943. However, it faced a significant setback when the British introduced window, thin aluminum strips dropped by bombers to jam radar systems. When British bombers dropped chaff from the lead aircraft, it created false radar signatures, misleading German controllers. Fighters were often sent to intercept phantom bomber streams, only to find empty airspace. By the time the error was discovered, the real bombing raid was already underway elsewhere. Despite this, the Lichtenstein system remained a crucial asset. Later versions improved resistance to jamming and helped restore the effectiveness of radar interception. Over the course of World War II, RAF Bomber Command lost approximately 8,300 bombers during operations. Of these, an estimated 60 to 70% fell to night fighters, not anti-aircraft artillery. The Nachtjagd force, with its radar-guided system, trained crews, and specialized aircraft, became one of the most formidable threats to the Allied night bombing campaign. In 1943 alone, German night fighters destroyed more than 2,500 RAF bombers. Further advancements, such as the Schräge Musik upward firing cannons, added to their lethality, allowing pilots to attack unseen from below, where bombers were most vulnerable. Although eventually overwhelmed by Allied air superiority and electronic countermeasures, the Nachtjagd played a pivotal role in the air war over Europe, shaping the course of night operations for both sides.